Kansas City.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. 3rd and 12. Mahomes going to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. That's caught at the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Mahomes will throw for it. Steps away to his left. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, 1 up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Completes it to Jennings. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Purdy throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 3rd and 3. Purdy now to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Leo Chanel in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal from 28 yards out. And his kick is good. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Yellow. 43. 50, yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 47 yards. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing here, Purdy. And this is caught, Jennings. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Back to throw, Purdy. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Purdy. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 67 yards. And the 49ers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Yellow. Makes it 3rd and 4. Hey, rip list. Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 43. Right side.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable. And here he says, we're going for it on 4th down.
Fight on these two. All right. 15. Hey, Riblet.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Here's 2nd and 3. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. They go play action here. Purdy. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Pressure can come from all over when they're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Shakes off the sag. Flip. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Purdy. Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Jones in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Looking to throw. Purdy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal fourth down stop. He's going to float this one deep right side. That is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Mahomes going to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here now, 2nd and goal. A first carry for Samaje Perine. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
15.
Mahomes. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to finish to this one. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Eye down these two. Eye down these two. Hey, 43, 43, 15. What's that?
Mahomes will throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final try for Mahomes. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And running with power here. And the Niners are going to hang on the final.